Hello there, YouTube. Devin here again. And today I have another helmet video for you, but this is going to be a helmet comparison. And it's going to be off of one of my favorite helmet companies. We're going to see kind of an evolution between the two different manufacturing places for this company. And we're going to start with the three helmets that I have from this company. I used to have 5. I ended up getting rid of some of them. One was a donation and one I sold. And but we're going to start off and say that this is a RBR helmet comparison. And we're going to start with the oldest one. And this right here is the RBR S4. And this is actually probably my favorite of all of my RBR helmets, because this one is actually was designed. This specific helmet is a police helmet, actually. It's an Interpol helmet, so an international police task force helmet. And this was used in the former Yugoslav states at the end of the Yugoslav wars, when Interpol went in to train the various police agencies of the newly formed nations down there in the Balkans to meet standards and to help kind of bring all these new nations under control with their populations after this war that had gone on. And now with all the rioting and crime and stuff like that, they had to quickly establish effective police forces. So these would have been used by the people down there training the police force as far as like SWAT teams and stuff like that goes. And this helmet is the S4 model, which is kind of a Pazgat style shell. It has a very cotton-like fabric as far as the chin strap goes. I'll zoom the camera here for you. There you go. You can see it's pretty much 100% cotton webbing as it's used. It's got plastic hardware. This is plastic. The chin cup is plastic. It's not. This is a much more rigid plastic than what they used later. Same thing with these rings. It seems like a higher quality plastic and polymer. Has a plastic slider buckle for nape adjustment here. Other than that, it's adjusted with plastic slider buckles up here for at the temples. So it has a 3-point chin strap. Has the same. This one has probably my favorite suspension in it. All of them have the same exact chin strap, pretty much, with variations on colors. But that's really it. But the liner in this helmet I really like. It's comfortable. It's a padded leather sweatband over a neoprene closed cell foam, like a 1/2-inch thick closed cell foam liner that covers the entire helmet on the inside. And then it has this crown pad, which is just a simple 2 glued together like 500 denier nylon circles over a cross strap of inch webbing. So but other than that, the webbing in there is 100% nylon, and it's a single herringbone type of weave on it. The rest of it, the chin strap, the sweatband, is held in place in the corner by these kind of rubbery, almost, really rubbery plastic bits that are held in place here at the anchor points. So there's anchor points at each chin strap. So chin strap point up here in the temples, and then there's 2 in the back. So there's 4 points total for where it is. And the sweatband is held in place just with a piece of Velcro there. So, but this is probably my favorite. It's an incredibly light helmet, despite how early composite helmets are at this time. This helmet was made in 1994. But this helmet is incredibly light for how early helmet, how bulky and heavy most early helmets are from this time period. This is actually a substantially light, really, really nice, nimble helmet. Has a very nice finish. It's got very durable parts. It's just an overall really, really comfortable helmet. So there's the tag, Combat Helmet S4, RBR Armor Ltd, London. So the year is, it says 1994. This is serial number 35. So they didn't make a lot of these, I'm guessing. So this is a pretty rare helmet, and it's probably my second favorite one because of sentimental value. But if I was just picking a tactical choice, this would probably be number 1. So we'll move into my next helmet, and this one you've seen in other videos. This is the RBR F6 helmet. And this is the American version of the F6 helmet. It's made with a Pazgat shell, essentially. It's just a standard American Pazgat shell in size medium. But where it differs is really the liner. It has a 6-point liner, much like a normal PASGAT does, except on a PASGAT, the rear 3 lining screws are up way higher. So they're perfectly flat across. They're on the same plane all throughout the PASGAT, whereas this one's different because it has the RBR liner in it. And now this liner differs because it's still a cotton, but it's now a much coarser cotton. The plastic here feels pretty much the same. Still the same snap closure. This chin cup is kind of a more rubbery type plastic. Sweatband is still the same. So sweatband and chin strap are still pretty much the same. They're the same, like 4-point mounting, except this one is broke. But this is my very first ever composite helmet, so I beat the shit out of it. So this helmet also, if you remember, if you watch this video, this helmet was also came out the same year my dad got me this, the same year my dad died on my birthday. So, but this helmet has a different suspension, and it's got this mesh crown. But underneath it is the actual like suspension. It's the same kind of thing as on the S4, except now it has this plastic kind of ring over 4 nylon straps. So this plastic thing now is really the suspension, and this is kind of more just an adjustment in it, whereas that plastic disc underneath, or that perforated plastic disc and those 4 cross straps are really kind of like pads, but this is really your suspension adjustment, is this net, and it adjusts via Velcro on the back side of it through these horizontal slots in these anchor points, because there's a horizontal one and a vertical one, and the vertical one in this holds the sweatband, which is adjusted via 2 Velcro tabs, one on each side. But these horizontal ones are used to adjust the crown pad's height. So this is a very, very comfortable helmet, and a lot of special forces use these. This is the really rare Desert Tan variant, and as you can see, it doesn't even have a serial number in it. So, it's made in 2006 by RBR Technical Inc. This is the American one, PASGAT F6. So it's NIG 3A, like pretty much every other PASGAT. Like I said, it's pretty much an off-the-line PASGAT shell. Has a 3-point chin strap and 4-point suspension. A very, very comfortable, breathable suspension. But now we're going to take a look at my last RBR helmet, my newest one I received. I received this one from a person who saw my RBR helmet video on the tan one, where I was saying about how this is my first composite helmet and my dad died. He gave this to me. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. Well, somebody saw that video and they contacted me on Facebook and said they had a couple F6s like this in size large, so it'll actually fit me now instead of 12-year-old me. And she offered me a good price on them, on one. I actually ended up buying 2 from her. So, but this is an F6, and I believe this is one that is made in England. I'll put the other one up here so you can see the difference between the shell shapes. See, as the American one is a much taller, much more reminiscent of a PASGAT, where this seems to be still a PASGAT, but it seems like it was cut down. So the bill is at a much more aggressive angle on this one. The liner is a little bit lower in the helmet, which leads me to believe that some of the ears and some of the skirt were trimmed off of this compared to a PASGAT. It seems like the rear on this one is a lot wider. It's not as tapered, as you can see, as on the PASGAT. So this one seems to sit a lot higher on your head too, whereas this tends to be more of a bucket. It covers more. They weigh about the same, actually, despite this one being a large, which gives me reason to believe that this is also a little bit cut down, because that one, the tan one, is a size medium. This has the same exact liner as the tan one, except new. Literally everything on it is the same. It's the same kind of coarse cotton. But this helmet was made in 2005 instead of 2006. The tan one was made in 2006, and this was serial number 735. So I actually made a decent amount of these, probably a few thousand of these black F6s. I don't know what these black F6s were used for, but I know that the tan ones, the tan F6s, the one that I have, that lot was supposed to go to, I believe it was supposed to go to Iraqi special forces that the U.S. special forces were training. So But I ended up getting one. My dad knew some connections, and he ended up getting me one for my birthday, right off the assembly line. And then he ended up dying around Christmas time later that year. So, but I just wanted to draw a comparison here between all of my S4, not S4, all of my RBR helmets. So you guys can see some similarities in them, and I hope you guys really like these helmets. So there they are, all side by side, the liners, and you can see the differences in the size and the thickness of the shell and everything like that. Like I said, I would take the S4 probably if I had to choose between all three of these. The S4 would be because it's the most low profile. It seems like it would offer the best visibility. These are all the same protection. That helmet's the lightest though. It seems to have the nicest liner as far as blunt impact protection goes. They're all really the same comfortability. They're all incredibly comfortable helmets. That one also has only one adjustment, which I believe is a lot nicer than having two. There's a lot less of a chance for it to come undone. So I would take the S4 over both of the F6s, to be honest. That's also a lot lower profile helmet. Also, before I end this video, as an announcement, this is going to be as of this video coming out, all of the comments for the drawing to see who wins all of that stuff that I showed in my giveaway video, my 100 subscriber video, is closed. So any comments after this will not be entered to win. And I'll do a drawing tomorrow. I'll cut up a bunch of, take a lot of those comments and cut them up onto strips of paper, and I'll write your names on them, the names of the people that left the comments, and I'll pick one tomorrow to see who wins at complete random. And you guys can get a hold of me in the comments, or I'll stuff like that, and we'll work something out. So just to let you guys know, but hopefully you guys win at that, because that's a lot of nice stuff. It's a lot of really hard to find stuff here in America. So, but thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys liked this video, and you liked the comparison here between all of these helmets and everything like that. RBR is a very little known company, despite how big a player they are in the world stage as far as helmet development goes and design. As I've mentioned in all my other RBR helmets, these were the special helmets before, special forces helmets before they really started getting their own developments. So like before Ops Corps was an idea and stuff like that, special forces were using RBR helmets. So if you could afford them, of course. So I'll leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions for future videos, and I will do my best to answer those to the best of my abilities. But remember, I'm just an amateur. I'm by no means an expert in any of this stuff. So bear with me on the information here. A lot of these videos are going to be general overview. So before you get all uppity and technical with me about missing stuff, these videos are always going to be general overviews. I don't have the time to sit down and make hour-long videos discussing every detail all the time. So as you can see here, the last video I put out was almost a week ago, just with my work schedule. So I'm really doing this video just to announce the winners. Not to announce the winners, but to announce the contest close for who's winning the 100 subscriber giveaway. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for bearing with me on the videos being so far spaced out here. My work schedule has been really hectic, and thank you so much for watching, you guys, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.